It is the Michigan Football Report presented by the Fetch Rewards app, the app that lets you take any receipt from any store or restaurant, earn points on it, and turn those points into free gift cards at places like Amazon, Starbucks, etc. Chatsports.com/fetch to download. Get 3,000 bonus points. All right, folks, it is Jim Harbaugh Rumor Palooza, rumor season. And the thing, basically the stories over the last 15, 16 hours since about 9 o'clock or so last night have just exploded and heated up. We're going to walk through everything and let you know what we think about the future of this Michigan football program and their head coach, Jim Harbaugh. But tomorrow is signing day. Tomorrow is actually interview day as well for Jim Harbaugh. We'll talk about this. I mean, he's doing an interview with an NFL team leaving on National Signing Day. Kind of preposterous, but if you guys want to have us come back with a live show, I got a busy day tomorrow, so I'm going to fit it in. Take me half my day to get this live show done and all that stuff. So 75 subscribers, that's the deal I'm going to make it to you guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, want a live show, hell, just subscribe if you haven't. Unsubscribe on Thursday. I'm fine with that. Or if you like the show, now is the time. Send a link to a friend at youtube.com/MichiganTV. I'll put the live time on the YouTube community post and maybe my Twitter account when we decide if we go, but it'll probably be sometime early to mid-afternoon tomorrow. Make sure there's no anything that changes with recruiting, but a lot of the focus will be on Jim Harbaugh and what happens with this coaching season, and maybe we might even know if he has taken another job tomorrow. So let's talk about the latest around Jim Harbaugh. So remember over the weekend, it's Minnesota, then Miami, then there's tweets, he's calling a team meeting and he's going to take this job, going to take that job. Everyone's trying to take a shot at the king and then trying to say, hey, I've got the source. Nothing super credible has been out there that I think was definitive. That makes me think that, okay, it's gone. But my I guess 80-20, 70-30, my percentages on go and stay have just kind of consistently gone down. It was 90% Harbaugh staying 28 days ago. Now this is 29 in the saga. And I'm going to tell you my percentage is drastically lower because of what things we're going to tell you about on this show coming up. But I wanted to let you guys tell me how you feel about this Jim Harbaugh NFL saga. Give me one word reaction to describe down in the comments here on YouTube. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm kind of saying indifferent at this point. I want Jim Harbaugh to be the coach in Michigan. I think he's a Michigan guy. He kind of embodies the program. But it's gone on a long time, and he seems hell-bent on leaving this program. And from my perspective, for this show, as a fan, as a donor, we've had season tickets, I just want to know what the future of the program looks like. And so I'd rather have him just accept the job and move on if it seems as obvious as it's trending towards right now. So later on the show, though, we are going to talk about the candidates to replace Jim Harbaugh. So if you want to see who I think are the top people, if Harbaugh were to take this Dolphins or Vikings job, keep watching the whole video. Or hell, if you get bored, scroll towards the end of the video. I'll talk about my top 6 or 7 candidates. But top story of the day is Jim Harbaugh will be flying to Minnesota tomorrow. Don't know what time the flight is. It's going to be a private flight from the airport there in Ypsilanti. He's going to take it up, go to Minnesota, and this all seems like a formality to me, right? That fact that he is heading there tomorrow, Wednesday, National Signing Day. Just think about that, right? Throw it out there for a second for you guys. Hey, it's my anniversary with my wife, my 7th anniversary, but I'm going out with the boys drinking. Or, hey, I'm going to go work a late night with that gal from work that you're always jealous of. This is just ridiculous. I mean, frankly, why the hell couldn't Harbaugh go on Tuesday? Why doesn't he go today? It's a private flight up, 40 minutes, private flight back, 40 minutes. He could do it in a morning if he really wanted to, folks. This whole situation stinks. It's been handled poorly. And I think Harbaugh is going to take the Vikings job or maybe another job we'll talk about here in a second. But I hope that before he gets in the plane, before he jumps in that plane tomorrow, I really hope that Jim Harbaugh has a team meeting with the team and just lets them know that, hey, I'm going to go get this job. If they offer to me, I'm going to accept it. I don't want you guys finding out through social media, through breaking news reports, through James Yoder's Michigan Football Report, that son of a gun. And I hope he actually comes back and has a going away press conference and doesn't leave like Brian Kelly or Lincoln Riley, just kind of like, I disappear in the middle of the night and I'm gone. So I hope Jim Harbaugh makes a return. But If you guys want to get going with the app that lets you take your receipts and turn them into free gift cards, I highly recommend our sponsor, Fetch Rewards, an app for iPhone or Android. You download it. You take your receipts when you go to the store. You launch the app. I have been crushing it with points every time my wife goes to the store. Anytime I buy things on Amazon, it's synced to my email. I buy something from Nike, buy something from the Chick-fil-A app. Boom, I get points for it. I scan my physical receipts like you see here on screen, and it turns those into points. The app is free. Your receipts, you've already got them. You're not gaining anything from them. Maybe get a little credit card reward points from buying them. And that's what this is like on Fetch. You see the confetti. You get the points with the Fetch Rewards app. It's free for iPhone, free for Android. Go to chatsports.com/fetch. I'll have that link down in the comments and the description of this video. You use that link, it'll drop you into the App Store to download it, and then you use that code Michigan, create an account, promo code Michigan, 3,000 reward points, promo code Michigan. When you get to 10,000 points, folks, you get a $10 free gift card to Amazon or to Starbucks or to any restaurants, movie theaters, anything you want. It's really one of the better apps I've started to use. I'm just on the cusp, using it for about 3 weeks, about to get my first $10 gift card, and it's just from making the purchases I'm already making. Chatsports.com/fetch. Make sure you use that promo code Michigan. All right, a lot of rumors out here today that Jim Harbaugh really wants the Vikings job, that he is hell-bent on going in there tomorrow with their new GM, with some of the new front office people and ownership group, and knocking this meeting out of the park. I think this is a formality meeting from Harbaugh's perspective. He thinks he's going up there. He's got the job. Unless something drastic happens, their offer doesn't turn out to be what he's expected in years or in money. Or, I'll tell you what, why are they going to have Jim Harbaugh in person? They probably met him. They've been around him at all these NFL things when he was the head coach at the 49ers. Obviously, the new GM was there. They know what they're getting with Harbaugh. So unless he comes in there and completely spooks them out that he's a weirdo, he's going to leave with a job offer, and he's most likely he's not going to leave the door and get back on that plane. He's going to shake hands, and he's probably going to head back to Ann Arbor and say, hey, can we keep this quiet for a couple hours? I've got to meet with my team. So I'm giving it, folks, a 10% chance that Jim Harbaugh is returning. All right, I pretty much wrote it off. I've accepted it. I've gone through all the stages of grief. I don't know how they work. I'm at the acceptance stage, right? I've accepted that Jim Harbaugh will no longer be Michigan's football coach. But I'm giving a 10% chance. I might not be right. I could be way off. Harbaugh could be doing the longest con ever. Be like, what are you guys talking about? I was never interested. I was just talking to my buddies up in Minnesota. What percentage chance do you guys give Jim Harbaugh in returning to Michigan as the head coach for the 2022 season? Type it down in the comments. Make sure you put a percentage sign so I don't just see like a 10 down there, a 5 or 20. Put percentage. I'll go down and see what you guys think and start replying to some of your comments as well. Get down there, light those comments up with Harbaugh's percentage of returning. How about this one? All right. Saw this rumor out there, if independently verified it myself. Jim Harbaugh told the coaching staff over the last 24 hours that, at least confirmed it and gave him information out that they have a week off of work, unplanned week off vacation, starting tomorrow around midday. So here's the tweet I put it up on this morning. If you miss it, I'm voted the best person to follow on Twitter for Michigan football. Basically, by my mom, she's the voting committee, and it doesn't take away from the votes. Every vote counts. He basically said, hey, we got a week off. I'm going to Minnesota. I don't know what my future holds. And paraphrasing this, go do what's best for you. So I think those words without coming out and saying it is, look, I understand that assistant coaching, hot season is the month of January, late December. You guys have missed that window. If I go to the Vikings, if I go to the Dolphins, maybe you won't come with me. So if there's a job out there you want to go look at, if there's somebody you want to talk to about your future, if you want to go interview somewhere, this next week's the time to do it, because I don't want to kind of, Jim Harbaugh doesn't want to hold up someone's future. So interesting to see. The coach is apparently going to work till about noon tomorrow on Wednesday and make sure nothing drastic happens on National Signing Day, which Michigan's not supposed to sign anybody. Maybe they lose somebody. But after that, they're not recruiting they're not working for the next week. Big time recruiting weekend, typically the weekend after signing day in February. Big basketball recruiting weekend, come in, you watch a game if there's a home game, etc., or big junior day. Not going to happen now because no one is going to be working. Number 4 on this rumors roundup for Jim Harbaugh is I've been told that Harbaugh has had overtures and conversations with Stephen Ross, Michigan mega donor, mega booster, superstar alum, and his front office, that today's the day, right? If I get on the plane, basically I'm talking to Harbaugh, paraphrasing, if I jump on that plane to Minnesota and they make me the offer to be their coach that is in line with what I expect, you guys missed your window. So today is the day. So the Dolphins have probably about till about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but realistically all day today to make an offer to Jim Harbaugh to stop him from getting on that plane. Because once he does, he will no longer be a candidate for the Miami Dolphins job and most likely be the next Vikings coach. But to Stephen Ross, right? Does he want Jim Harbaugh? Does he want to be the guy who takes Harbaugh away from Michigan? I think there's a smokescreen here, maybe just maybe something he can hide behind is, look, Harbaugh was going to the NFL. Dolphins or not, and when I knew that, when he told me that he was going to accept the Dolphins job, or the Vikings job, I got in and said I'd rather have him work for me if he was leaving Michigan anyway. But that's a smokescreen. Now, there's some crazy rumors out there that he is friends with the owner of the Vikings. They've done all kinds of real estate deals in New York, and this whole Vikings thing is a smokescreen so he doesn't get people of Michigan mad at him that, hey, he was going to go to the Vikings, but that's not a real offer. I don't know. Sounds plausible. You never know. These billionaires, they are just completely crooked, so we'll see what Stephen Ross does with that. The question on the screen for you guys is this. Dolphins, Vikings, Michigan. Where will Jim Harbaugh coach in the 2022 season? Let me know by typing in M-A-D or A-V down in the comments here in the Michigan Football Report from Chat Sports. My number 5 topic on today's show is Michigan's non-existent in the transfer portal. The momentum that this program has lost over the last month, folks, is drastic and stark. And frankly, it's going to hurt the next head coach if somebody from the outside. Michigan has got to go into these off seasons being very aggressive in the transfer portal, very aggressive with recruiting, very aggressive with guys who are grad transfers, and they're not. This program is losing momentum, and Jim Harbaugh is at a point where he's at the apex of what he's accomplished at Michigan. He beat Ohio State, won the Big Ten, went to the College Football Playoff. Could have turned this last month into a celebration of him with a big season looking forward to in 2022 with an easier schedule than most years. And it's not. And Michigan, even if he comes back, Harbaugh, if it's not the right offer at Minnesota or the Dolphins, he's lost a lot of momentum. And I don't think realistically he's going to get the buy-in from players when he's like, hey, put in the extra hours, be a team guy, etc. They'll be like, well, you were interviewing for another job on signing day, coach. Why would I not do this other thing that is more important to me than working out, being a team guy, practicing extra when it's not required? So it'll be interesting to see if Harbaugh does return, what happens. But if he doesn't return, he's really wasted a month of this program's momentum coming off their best season in arguably 24 years. So talk about the coaches to replace Jim Harbaugh if he were to take an NFL job. I've got 5, 6, 7 guys here I want to roll off for you. External candidates, right? Even though some people will say, no way, I don't want an Ohio State guy. Luke Fickell is probably the top candidate that Michigan needs to at least explore. Luke Fickell, Cincinnati. Matt Rhule. Had a big career with Baylor, turned them into a top 10 program. Was with Temple. Hasn't had as much success with the Carolina Panthers, and frankly, he's going to go into next year on the hot seat. So maybe he sees Michigan. There's an article a couple weeks back. He would, jump to the Michigan job, avoid getting fired next year, which he probably will by the Panthers. So Matt Rhule, I could see that. I put a thing on Twitter, I was like rolling my eyes. Not that Rhule's a bad candidate, but just like, oh, of course I'm going to get clickbait by just, Matt Rhule, of course he would take the Michigan job, right? Like, come on. Matt Campbell, that we haven't talked about him a ton, but if you're going to do a coaching search, you engage with Matt Campbell. Dave Aranda, Baylor head coach, LSU defensive coordinator. Not someone who's tied to Michigan, but has clearly proven that he is an excellent head coach for the season they had last year. One other one, PJ Fleck. The shine has come off him big time, but he knows the state of Michigan, and he wouldn't be my top choice, but I can imagine Michigan may engage him if they do a true national search. Other candidates, internal, it's just 2 guys in my opinion. Josh Gass, Mike Hart, right? Mike Hart being more of the, hey, it's a Michigan guy, yada, yada, yada. By the way, Mike Hart, you've seen some pictures of them. You want to be head coach material at Michigan, Mike. Yeah, slim down, dude. You're looking like you're 325 pounds. It looks like a 5'7" Charles Barkley lately. Got to get in better shape. It's an appearance and it's a execution job being the head coach of Michigan. Sloppy Mike over there, not getting it done there. Now, 2 external candidates that are Michigan men that have really come up in the last couple years. So Adam Stenavich, offensive lineman under Lloyd Carr. He just named the Packers offensive coordinator in the last couple days, right? Their OC got a head coaching job. Stenavich was like the running game coordinator, offensive line coach. Now at 38 years old, he's the Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator. I could see Michigan engaging with him to see if he's the right fit, but probably is a few years away from really being a strong candidate. Another one, Harold Goodwin, 46 years old, played Michigan in the 90s. He is has been the running game coordinator. I think he just got that title this last season from offensive line coach, etc. Now he's the running game coordinator with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was part of the leadership on their coaching staff that won the Super Bowl just a year ago, also a Michigan guy. So those are two just to keep your eye on. Goodwin has kind of had a little pop in interest on Twitter. People have saying his name a lot. I haven't really had him on my radar, but Michigan guy, coached in the NFL for almost 20 years. We'll see what happens there. But I'll ask you guys the question, who will be Michigan's football head coach in the 2022 season? I'm going to make a wild prediction here. I'm going to say Matt Campbell, right? I'm going to say Matt Campbell. Just maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I just can't imagine a situation where Josh Gattis gets his first head coaching job in Michigan or Mike Hart. I like Mike Hart. I hope he stays at Michigan as head coach 10 years from now, but he's not ready, and that would be just an insult to the history of this program to make him head coach just because he happened to play running back here at the school from 2004 to 2007. So we'll see what happens there. Tomorrow afternoon, I want to do a live show, but if I'm going to put in the time, baby, you guys got to help me out. So subscribe if you haven't, or send the link, youtube.com/Michigan TV. Send it to a friend. Say, subscribe to this guy. Need a show. If we do a full show, folks, we're going to go through our top 10 candidates to replace Jim Harbaugh. And I've got a lot of research I'm going to do on this over the next 24 hours. So make sure you subscribe and join us tomorrow if we get those 75 subscribers.